Before we dive into the blueprint, take a look at these numbers. Over 500 million subscribers on the main channel. Billions of views every month. And a multi-language ecosystem covering the entire planet. If you don't know him yet, we are talking about MrBeast, real name Jimmy Donaldson. But MrBeast is more than just a YouTuber. He is the owner of Feastables, a chocolate brand challenging global confectionery giants, the man behind Beast Philanthropy. Building wells and giving away houses worldwide. He owns massive studios with hundreds of employees operating like a Hollywood production house. In other words, Jimmy turned a small bedroom in North Carolina into a billion-dollar entertainment empire. Completely changing how the world functions on digital platforms. He has rewritten the rules of attention. A performance beast like this doesn't appear by accident. So, what is the secret? Why could he do it? And why haven't you? To understand how this billion-dollar machine works, we don't look at the money he spends, but at how he thinks. Let's start with the biggest question. What do you see when you look at MrBeast? A young millionaire spending money like water? A lucky winner who hit the algorithm jackpot? Or simply a guy making highly entertaining videos? If that's all you see, then you've lost before you even started. The truth is, Jimmy Donaldson didn't just build a YouTube channel. He is running an attention mining empire with the brutal precision and efficiency of an industrial machine. Why is it that on the same platform, using the same tools, he can turn a wild idea into billions of views while you, no matter how hard you try, are still stuck at zero? That gap isn't about luck. It's about a blueprint he has spent over a decade refining. Welcome to the Keen Blueprint. Today, we won't just praise MrBeast's wealth. We are going to deconstruct the brutal truth. Why he could build an empire from scratch. And why you haven't. And more importantly, what piece of the blueprint are you missing? To understand how this machine operates, we have to go back to the very beginning of every empire, the idea. But MrBeast's idea didn't come from inspiration, it came from a strange obsession. Most of us start YouTube because of a hobby, tech reviews, cooking, or simply vlogging our lives. You do what you like. But MrBeast, he does what the internet cannot ignore. Here is the difference. You search for inspiration, while Jimmy Donaldson searches for rules. For his first 1.000 days, he and a group of friends spent tens of thousands of hours dissecting every frame, analyzing why one thumbnail had a higher click-through rate than another. MrBeast's ideas aren't just good, they possess scalability, the ability to scale human emotions. Instead of giving away $10, he gives away $10. Instead of just playing hide and seek, he rents an entire island to play it. He pushes every ordinary idea to its absolute extreme. You fail because you are playing the game of a creative individual. He is playing the game of a data scientist. Every video is a hypothesis. And every view is a piece of evidence. He doesn't guess what the audience wants. He knows what will grab them. A million view idea in MrBeast's blueprint must meet three criteria: extreme curiosity, impossibility, and raw emotion. If your idea lacks one of these three, you're just making videos for yourself. But let's be honest with each other. No matter how crazy an idea is, it's still just a sketch on paper if you don't have enough ammo to bring it to life. And this is where we talk about the all-in bet, the kind that 99% of YouTubers would never dare to make. What is your biggest mistake? It's wanting profit right from the first video. You want to buy a new iPhone or nice clothes as soon as you get a bit of AdSense money. But MrBeast? He chose to live like he was broke. For years, Jimmy Donaldson's bank balance was near zero. Why? Because every cent earned was thrown back into production. If a video made $9, he was ready to spend $10 on the next one. It was a calculated loss to buy something more precious than money, scale and attention. Look at this blueprint. You see YouTube as a job to make a living. He sees it as a venture capital fund. He isn't building a channel, he is accumulating digital assets. Instead of buying a supercar for himself, He buys 10 just to destroy them in a video. That's not waste. That's the marketing cost to dominate the global market. The difference between a content creator and an entertainment mogul lies in the risk tolerance threshold. You're afraid of losing $500 on a failed video. He is willing to bet his entire career on an idea no one has ever tried. He understands that in the digital age, whoever holds attention the longest holds the most power. This loop is brutal because it never ends. The more successful you are, the more massive the reinvestment becomes. By the time you realize you can't catch up, he's already on another planet. But remember, this recklessness only succeeded thanks to a very favorable launchpad that you might not have. Yes, Jimmy Donaldson is a daring genius. But we also have to be realistic. He's playing on a field designed to make risk-takers like him more likely to win. We're talking about the geopolitical advantages of the United States. Let's set aside advice on mindset or passion for a moment. Let's talk reality. MrBeast was born in the US in the world of content creation. That is a powerful cheat code that few dare to admit. Are you familiar with the concept of CPM? The cost per 1.000 ad impressions in the US can be 5 or even 10 times higher than in developing countries. This means that with the same effort and the same number of views, Jimmy Donaldson's pockets fill up much faster than yours. This resource allowed him to access the world's leading entertainment ecosystem. Need a Hollywood VFX team? Need to rent a stadium for 24 hours? Or need brand partners willing to spend millions for a split-second appearance? In the US, everything is available and runs professionally. And don't forget the ultimate weapon, English. When MrBeast speaks, the whole world listens. He doesn't need to cross language barriers to reach 8 billion people. He stands at the center of global pop culture and exports it everywhere. However, money and geography are just hardware. To dominate the internet, you need the perfect software to control the psychology of the masses. And that's when we step into the world of dopamine addiction. If you're comforting yourself by saying you're not successful just because you're not in the US, then you're wrong again. Because even with money, you would still fail if you don't understand what today's audience is truly hungry for. Just look at how MrBeast manipulates our emotions. We are living in an era where attention is more precious than gold. Today's audience doesn't just watch videos, they consume dopamine. And MrBeast is the one holding the key to that treasure. Have you ever wondered why you click on a 20-minute video just to watch people play hide and seek? It's because MrBeast has mastered the curiosity gap. He plants a question in your head from the very first second and refuses to answer it until the very end. Modern audiences are extremely sensitive to fakes. But MrBeast brings a reality that is brutally authentic, real fear, real exhaustion, and real tears when someone receives a house or a car. He turns luxury into a social experiment of compassion and awe. Another key psychological factor, vicarious satisfaction. When you watch a stranger receive $100, your brain releases dopamine as if you were the one receiving it. MrBeast doesn't sell entertainment. He sells the feeling of witnessing miracles in real life. You fail because you are only telling your story. MrBeast succeeds because he is fulfilling the dreams of millions of others through a phone screen. He makes the audience feel like they are part of the empire, rather than just spectators. Understanding crowd psychology is a skill, but to operate that skill on a global scale, week after week, you can't rely on intuition alone. You need an industrial machine behind it. Just look at how Jimmy turns creativity into a production line. Most people fail because they see themselves as artists. They wait for inspiration. They shoot alone. They edit alone. And they struggle with everything. MrBeast is different. He isn't a creator. He is the CEO of a multinational media corporation. His blueprint includes a department called Systematize Creativity. You think those thumbnails are random? No, there is a whole team dedicated to designing and testing dozens of variations before a video goes live. You think that video is good by luck? No, it's the result of analyzing every second of the audience retention graph. Jimmy Donaldson has turned spontaneous creativity into an industrial production line. He hires the world's best editors, behavioral psychologists, and even a translation team for global coverage. He doesn't look for million-view hits. He manufactures them based on data. You might be a great storyteller, but without a management system behind you, you will quickly burn out. MrBeast built a machine that can run even if he isn't there. That is the difference between a freelance gig and an enduring empire. Building a system like that may sound impossible for someone starting from zero like you. But remember, even MrBeast once began with an old computer and a cramped bedroom. So what's the real lesson here? So, what is the final answer? MrBeast built an empire because he dared to pay the price you wouldn't. Brutal discipline and extreme persistence. He didn't wait for luck. He forced the algorithm to serve him by becoming better than everyone else. You don't need to be in the US, and you don't need millions of dollars to start. But you need the mindset of an architect, value data, constantly reinvest in your skills, and do things others call crazy. Don't try to be a broken version of MrBeast. Build your own empire using these rules. An empire isn't built in a night, it's built from the smallest bricks of daily effort. Are you ready to lay the first brick according to this blueprint? Don't forget to subscribe to decode the next success blueprints with us. I am the Keen Blueprint. See you next time.